Everybody, welcome to Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, downtown Flint, Michigan, on the campus of Mott Community College. Great Lakes Tournament, District 8 Championship coming up next between the Stars of Lansing Community College coming in at 26-3 and the Jets of Jackson College 20-11. Tom Cavanaugh on the call. Tom, these two teams are no strangers. They've tangled this year, many years in the past. Two powerhouses in the MCCAA. Should be a lot of fun. Really excited for this one.
So am I. You're right. Two sides. Lansing coming out of the MCCAA West and champions back-to-back seasons. They finished with a perfect 12-0 record in conference play this year, did the same a year ago, and they're looking to get to Joliet, Missouri for the national tournament because they lost to the Schoolcraft Ocelots last year, who we just saw take home yet another district title. But for these Jackson College Jets, kind of an off year for Jackson because they finished third in the MCCAA East, 20-11 overall, 9-5 in the East. They're on a 2-game win streak, and for these Jets, it's been an uphill climb because they usually win their conference. That wasn't the case this season. They had to beat Macomb Community College back-to-back games to finish the regular season to host that quarterfinal round. They then played the Monarchs again, beat them by 32 points, a walloping. Then they went on to take down Cuyahoga and Tri-C back on Friday, 73-45, and another dominant win. And when you look back at the first time these two teams played back on January 7th, it was a 5-point win for Lansing. So you know you have two elite programs coming out of both the west and the east side of things. Going to have a really good contest, hopefully a lot closer than what we saw earlier today and more like the men's games that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, 2 overtime games yesterday. The men's team, the Stars, able to punch their ticket to the national championship. Actually, Tom, it's Hickory, North Carolina this year.
It is.
We did pull
Usually
this up.
Joliet.
Yeah, they're moving it to March 16th. So quick starters for the Jets, if you want to run through them.
Absolutely. For the Jackson College Jets, under fifth-year head coach Heather Brown, starting with the freshman at 5'7", guard Tyro Wright. The freshman from Pontiac, Michigan, Amaria Daniel at 5'7". Nina Sims, the 5'8" freshman, wearing number 11. Reese Williams, the sophomore at 5'9", and to round out the lineup, the sophomore forward, Naomi Henderson.
Yeah, the Jets played well on Friday. I actually complimented Coach Brown and Reese Williams. She was our player of the game. Hey, Coach, great game. I thought you played outstanding. With a 30-point win, and she's like, we didn't play well. And she just really was like, we need to play better. We need to do this. And I said, that's why you're a Hall of Fame coach, and I'm just me here on a broadcast. I thought you played well, but it just, that's the type of mentality you have. She's just one of the best coaches in this conference. And you could say the same about Coach Megan Hudson. She has her team here ready to take that next step as an organization. They came up short last year. They battled a tough Schoolcraft team. They came up short in that championship game. Schoolcraft was able to win. Now they control their own destiny. They're looking to punch their ticket and take it to the next level. Their starters today, a 5'9" sophomore, number 0, Destiny Oaks out of Topeka, Kansas. 5'8" sophomore guard out of Holt, number 5, Claire Tobias. 5'8" freshman guard from St. John's, number 10, Jocelyn Kodowitz. A 5'11" freshman strong forward from Zeeland, number 32, Georgia Kyers. And a 6' sophomore, just a power forward from Mason, number 33, Ashlyn Putnam. As mentioned, head coach Megan Hudson has her team 26-3. They're ranked currently 7th in the NJCAA. Great staff as well. Rakeem, Beal, Trafford, Harmon, Mackenzie, Todd, Colleen, Smith. And the Stars are ready to rock. They were here yesterday in the building to watch the men's team. I seen they were here early to watch that ceremony with Schoolcraft. They want their players to kind of marinate in that, get through everything, get it to your one shining moment. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take a break for the anthem. We'll be right back.
We're going to start that over.
All right, welcome back to Flint, Michigan. Ballinger Fieldhouse got a double dose of patriotic music here with a twofer for the national anthem. Definitely credit to DJ Dante Dorsey, our in-game announcer, and DJ. You know, this is game 17 of 18, Tom, and this crew here has just done this incredible work, fourth year straight of hosting the Great Lakes Tournament, and just a true honor, not only call this game, but just for this entire crew here to bring this, roll out the red carpet here in Flint Town.
Yeah, it's a lot of dedication because fitting in 18 games over the course of 4 days, I mean, we were here for about, I think, a total of 28 combined hours over the first 2 days, starting games at 9 a.m. and finishing up between 10:30 and midnight over the course of those 2 days. A little bit shorter days as we have half the games on championship Saturday and Sunday, but still, tons of credit to everybody involved because you see the same faces that show up every single day throughout the 4-day span, and they're doing a heck of a job to put on an elite event.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some facility issues on Thursday, or was that Friday? Might have been Wednesday. I don't know, one of those days.
Thursday, yeah.
They all kind of blend together, but the team really stepped up. And when I looked at the bracket early on, and you've seen what could be, and I seen that Jackson and LCC could match up in this championship game potentially, I was just so excited. Two of my favorite coaches, two of my favorite teams in the MCCAA. So really excited for this one. LCC always travels well. The Jets travel well. There's a lot of great storylines there. So much talent on the floor. So we're going to settle in here, Tom. You're going to be, you do just a great job with your details. Your all the fun facts you got. You're able to pull out info and just excited. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Any final thoughts, Tom, before we tip off here shortly?
How lucky are we that we get to see two of the top 10 teams in the country go at it in our first two contests. We saw the number 2 team, arguably the best team in the country in the Schoolcraft Ocelots, back in game 1 in a rout of Bay College. They're moving on to the national tournament. And you got the number 7 Lansing Stars, who are just a perennial powerhouse, always in the top 25 every single season under head coach Megan Hudson. And Jackson College, they might be a slight underdog, so they're looking to pull off this upset and send the Stars home on Championship Sunday for the second year in a row.
Yeah, the Stars coming off a 100-44. You talk about a beatdown over the Pioneers, just too much for them. They were led, just really a balanced attack, but Armani Smith with 23 points, 10 of 15 from the floor, with just solid 8 rebounds. But that's one thing I talked to Coach Hudson about. So many players in double digits up and down her lineup. They are so deep.
They have 11 players that average 4 or more. 6 of those players average 7+ points. They got depth all over the place.
All right, first possession goes to the Stars, but it's a turnover. Jets are going to get it. This is exactly the blueprint for success. The Stars come out with their press.
Yeah, for Jackson.
Jets able to get it across easily there.
You want to dial in on number 12 and number 5 in black. Number 12 is Reese Williams, averaging 17, 6, and 2 a game. Maddox Locke. Both of them Lawrence Tech transfers. So elite talent coming from the NAIA down to junior college.
Yeah, the Jets are 20-11 overall. There's a 3-point attempt. Maddox Locke missed a big chunk of the season. She was able to come back late in the year, actually against our Mott Bears when we called that game. There's our first basket. That's Putnam. picking up where she left off. She was the player of the game in their victory over Delta, as Reese Williams was in their victory over Tri-C. So two great players tangling down low, I'm sure.
That's a turnover right there. Jackson just couldn't get it across. You're seeing early on how this Lansing defense imposing their will going to create a lot of issues for this Jackson Jets offense if they can't get things rolling early on.
Yeah, the LCC Stars are great on offense. They're averaging 83 points, but just as good on defense as well. They really force a lot of turnovers. They are able to kind of back up the high potent offense with some great defense as well. Trying to scroll down, they are averaging, where is it on our sheet here? At 55 points a game. I knew it was low.
Yeah, they're plus 27 margin of victory. I mean, that is unbelievable when you're anywhere above 20 points in the amount of points that you score compared to the ones you give up.
Stars are very patient on offense here, deep into the shot clock. There's 5 left, but hey, play pays off there for Claire Tobias up top. Buries her first shot, and it's a quick 5-0 run for the Stars to start.
Can ask for a better start. 2 for 2 from the field.
All right, Jets able to set into their half-court set here. Able to get through. Henderson lost it out of bounds. So Jets able to get something going on offense. An opportunity there. Had to roll out of bounds off of Henderson. So yet to score here, minute 20, or 35 into the first quarter.
We've seen all throughout both the men's and women's sides. The first couple minutes, both teams kind of feeling each other out, trying to get into a little bit of a groove. Henderson just bounced that off her foot.
Loose ball on the floor, tangled up. Reese Williams has it. Kind of a scrum there in the paint. And Jets are going to come away with it on the possession arrow change.
Got to get something going offensively. You look for, as we mentioned, Williams and Locke, the 2 LTU transfers for this Jets team to command the offense and get things going offensively.
All right, Sims has it. Crossover, back out to Williams. Williams puts it on the floor. Triple team there. Putnam takes her to the ground, so they're going to call a foul there. First foul on Putnam. First team foul for the Stars.
Putnam, an third-team all-conference player last season at Lansing. She's just one of 4 sophomores, so a very young Stars team.
Good take there by Wright. Pulls up for the jumper, and it's down. Tyra Wright makes her first basket of the afternoon. 5-2 Stars.
Wright's a heck of a player, too. She's just averaging under a tick of 10 points a game. Going to be a pivotal piece offensively alongside Locke and Williams.
Tobias has it. Nice ball movement there for the Stars. Oaks, three-pointer off the mark, but there's an offensive rebound. Kodowitz, but the Jets come away with it. Quick pass up to Tyra Wright off the window. No, follow. And just too hard to handle there. Daniel had an opportunity at it. Just a little bit too strong. Here come the Stars the other way. Jets get a hand on it. That's Nina Sims. Knocks it out of bounds. First substitution of the game. Who else but Armony Smith from Flint Town. Carmen Ainsworth. Talk about her performance in that game and that win the other day. 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 steals, Tom.
Armani was awesome coming off the bench. 10 of 15 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and give her 8 rebounds and 5 steals with that.
Three-pointer is off the mark for Putnam, but Kyer's able to keep it alive. In the paint there, guess who? Armony Smith. Deadly from about 12 feet out. 7-2 Stars early. Stars early.
It's the reigning MCCAA West Player of the Week. In the opening week of the season, she's been great all year.
Tobias comes away with it. Oh, what a block. Nina Sims goes out of bounds off the Jets. But heck of a play there. Looked like Tobias was going to be able to just walk that one right in.
I'm impressed with how the Jets are answering back on defense. They might not have that offensive start that they wanted, but on defense, they're holding their own.
Yeah, there's no doubt Coach Heather Brown, that's her blueprint right there. We're going to beat you with our defense, and they do it right there. Oh, got a clean block, it looked like, on Sims, but they're going to send Destiny Oaks to the line shooting 2. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit too much contact. First team foul now for the Jets.
Just a little bit with Oaks going to the line. That's something that the Stars want to do, is get this Jets team in a little bit of foul trouble. Push the pace offensively, get inside the paint, and either finish through contact or get that foul and go to the stripe.
Oaks with the make on the first from Topeka, Kansas. Making her way to Lansing, Michigan. Putnam with the offensive rebound. Keeps it alive for the Stars. Puts it on the ground, kicks it. Ball gets transitioned all the way out, back inside. Putnam up and underneath Williams. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense there by Williams not to pick up a foul there. Really made it difficult for Putman.
It's a little strong from Putman. It was a good move, but like I said, this Jackson defense holding their own. They can stay in this game with their ability to guard around the rim, because you're seeing Lansing, they want to get inside and score on the block. Right now, Jets are not allowing it like Lansing wants.
What a front court now with Aubriana Smith checking in, 6'1" freshman out of Berrien Springs. Armani Smith tracks that one down. Quick steal there up to Oaks. Splits the defenders, and no good. Daniel with the board. Looking to run, has Williams open under the basket. Three-pointer from right off the mark. That was a missed opportunity there for the Jets.
Yeah, in transition like that, you'd love to get something going to the rim. Instead, Wright hoisted the three that was much too strong.
Yeah, if you don't make the shot, good opportunity for Williams to get to the line there. Sure, Coach Brown's going to address that. Three-pointer on the way for Smith, off the mark, but Destiny Oaks keeps it alive, but it rolls out of bounds for the Stars. A couple more substitutions. We do have a Maddox lock coming in. You can see that harness she has on her left knee. As Coach Brown, when I talked to her before that Mott Bears game, she was really excited to get her back in the lineup. She's a big part of this offense.
She's only played in 16 games this season. Missed a huge portion of the year. 13 games she missed before playing against Macomb in the regular season finale.
And Williams kind of trapped outside, able to get it to right. There's 10 on the shot clock. To Sims. Sims drives off the window and good. Nice lefty touch there in traffic. We talk about Putman and Smith down low. Great job there to get that shot off.
Very shifty from the Toledo, Ohio native.
Sophie Klinger on the floor now for the Stars. Loose ball in the paint. Jets looked like they were going to come away with it, but Putman. Oh, they call a 3-second call there. And she is, I think Putman could play on the men's team. She's got some guns. She's a force.
Yeah, she's got some size for sure. I mean, she's standing at 6 foot. You're not seeing many 6 foot, 6'1" women on these college teams at the junior college level, so she kind of stands tall over everybody on the floor here today.
Yeah, we talked about that in our prior game. Noah Drury, he did color, and I think he counted up 7 players of 5'10" or higher for the Ocelots, so definitely a lot of size on that team out of Livonia. But 4:51 left here in the first. It's the Stars over the Jets by a score 8-4. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here momentarily. Hi, welcome back here, Flint Town. Mott Community College, home of the Great Lakes Tournament 2026. 4:50 left here in the first. It's the Stars on top. Opportunity here for the Jets to cut in that lead, and they are unable to do so. Armani Smith gets... Oh, they call the jump. All right, it's going to go over to the Jets. Oh, no, I'm sorry, to the Stars. All right. So Armani Smith coming in off the bench, making another huge impact just here early in this game. A couple big plays already.
She was great off the bench. Did it a lot yesterday, as you mentioned, the 23-point performance, and already had 2, and I think in the first 10 seconds.
All right, there's a turnover for the Stars. Jets, that's what they do. I mean, they are only giving up 64 points on the season. They make the teams really work hard to get the most out of their game. So that's kind of another blueprint for the Jets. They're able to force an early turnover.
We talked about both teams kind of feeling each other out early. 4 turnovers apiece to start.
Williams has it, goes baseline, up and in, goes right around Putnam and gets that shot over Smith. Williams can just score it anywhere on the court.
That's why she's so talented, because she's able to make that pump fake and just 2 dribbles, skip through the lane, and she gets to the cup easy.
Smith has it, lost the handle, loose ball. And Stars able to keep it. Klinger in the corner, 3-pointer in and out for the Stars. I think that was Demi Bolton down there, is on the floor now. So Jets have it with 3:51, trailing by 2. They're going to call Aubriana Smith with that foul. So 2 team fouls here for the Stars early, but there's still 3:45 left. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong. Offensive rebound, no. Klinger comes away with it for the Stars. Lays it up and in. Went right around Locke there with that lefty layup. Lead is back to 4, 10-6.
Klinger's a transfer from a Division III school in Calvin College out there near Grand Rapids. She's an East Lansing product, and they made that look really easy with the left hand.
Reese has it out on the wing. Smith all the way out on her. Kicks it to Sims. Sims out in the corner. That's right for 3. Catches iron. No good. Locke and Smith. Another jump ball. I think this time it's going to stay with the Jets.
Both these teams struggling from three-point range. I mean, Jackson is now 0 for 4 from downtown, 1 for 5 for the Stars.
Kyers checks back in. Tobias checks in. All right, inbound coming up. Sims finds Reese. Williams right underneath. What a play there out of the inbound play, and it's back to a 2-point game.
Williams with some shifty moves. She faked one way, made a nice spin move, and went to the opposite block.
Smith, little soft jumper goes down the baseline. 12-8 now, 2:45. They can just score quickly.
Armani Smith now leading the Stars with 4 points.
Locke off the window. No go. Caught rim, didn't fall. Kyers with the board. Here's Klinger, baseline. Looking for a cutter. Tried to find Kyers. Jets come away with it. Malaya Collins. And we got a blocking call underneath the basket. They're going to call Smith, Armani Smith, on that call. Her first foul. 13th foul now for the Stars, but that's going to put Malaya Collins at the line shooting 2.
Collins jumped that pass perfectly. You saw Klinger on the opposite end driving baseline. Looked for the cutter in the middle, who was going to be Aubriana Smith trying to crash towards the rim. Collins read it like a book, took it the distance, and got fouled.
Collins shooting 2 now. Not able to make the first. Looks like Kodowitz back on the floor. Collins averaging 70% on the season, so based on that average, I'm pretty sure she's going to make this one. Oh, my fault. Sorry about that.
Put her.
Yeah, I put it.
That's all on you. You can put her in that position.
Yeah, I was doing the math. I missed them both. 2:15 left.
Good 2-3 zone defense now adopted by this Jackson team.
Jets just trying to hang in there, minimize the offensive output for the Stars. They've done it so far. Big moment in this game here with 2 minutes left in the first. And there it is. Smith banks that one through, or bangs it through. 15-8 now. See if the Jets can answer.
Can understand why Armani Smith is able to score a bunch in a short period of time. 7 points in 5 minutes of play today.
And loose ball. That was Smith, Noelle Smith. A lot of Smiths on the floor right now. Unable to come up with that opportunity. Allison Farr has it for the Stars. 3-pointer on the way for Tobias, and that's through back-to-back threes for the Stars. All of a sudden, that 4-point lead becomes 10, and that's really when they're dangerous. They're so deep. 1:30 left here in the first. Man, Stars are starting to break loose in this thing, Tom.
Yeah, they are. And I spoke about it a minute or so ago about how teams were dreadful from three-point range to start the game. With Lansing hitting back-to-back triples, it changes how things look in this game. Not by score, but kind of just the momentum that this Stars team will carry. Because Armani Smith had an open look and a great hit. Claire Tobias fills it up the same in the corner. Do not allow this Stars team to have open looks from three-point range because they're so darn good from outside. Second in the MCCAA from beyond the three-point land, 30.4%.
Yeah, Jackson, conversely, they need to make the most of their opportunities. They know if you look on paper, the Stars are a big-time favorite in this game. They are 4 of 12 from the floor, but 0 of 4 from downtown and 0 of 2 from the stripe. Tom, we've seen so many of these games, overtime games, close ones, really come down to free throws at the end. We've seen that yesterday between Kalamazoo Valley in that nightcap. They hit like 27 free throws, so Jets are going to have to control their own destiny, start making some shots.
That and pushing the pace, getting to the rim, force the issue, and shoot a ton of free throws like we saw yesterday in the men's game.
All right, Locke has it on her. Smith checks. Right, back to Locke. Locke goes baseline. Tries to get a shot off, hits the deck, and she is fouled. So right on cue there, Tom Cavanaugh. Another foul. That's going to be the third in this quarter. Make that the fourth. So no fouls to give if you're the Stars.
We saw that Kalamazoo Valley Cougars men's team shoot 41 free throws as opposed to about 18 from the Schoolcraft Ocelots. Yeah, so, I mean, and KVCC stayed in the game even though they did not shoot the ball well. They ended up losing, but they were in it till the very end, went to overtime.
Yeah, they were like 0-12 from three-point land. Those free throws kept them in it.
Yes.
I think they only missed about 3 or 4 in the whole game. Here's Putnam on the move. Splits the defenders, gets a shot off, but she's fouled. That shot's off the mark, and that's going to be on number 0. Malaya Collins picks up her first, third team foul. Second team foul for the Jets with 57 seconds left.
Yeah, but to your point there, I mean, this Jackson team here needs to kind of adopt the same sort of principle. Get to the line a lot more than this Stars team and utilize that number 1 free throw percentage of, second in the MCCAA at 70.5%.
The other thing that the Jets have done all season is they're only averaging 14 turnovers a game. They play really clean offense, well-executed offense. They've already got 6 turnovers today, Tom.
That's a big thing because, I mean, this Lansing Stars defense, if you let them get in a groove and figure you out defensively, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Checking in for the Jets is number 14, Mariah Curley. We talked a lot about Curley. There's a shot on the way by number 22, Noelle Smith. Noah Drury uncovered, I think it was back in that final season finale there for the Bears, and Mariah Curley was a state champion shot put. Found that on her social media. We made mention of that on Friday. And Grandma Shirley down in Bradenton, Florida, brother in Orlando, watching Mariah today in this game. So definitely want to give them a shout out. Lindell, Mariah's mom, made mention of that before the contest. So, we didn't even know if anybody was listening out there, Tom, but we got people all over the country tuning in.
Absolutely we do.
Especially all the grandmas out there. Noelle Smith at the line. It's now an 11-point lead. That's her first point today. Made them both. That just on cue. Said, hey, they're 0-4. Now all of a sudden they're 2 for 6. Improvement. Klinger, 3. Doesn't go. Or that's Farr, Allison Farr. Another three-pointer along this way. How about that? Shooter's touch there for Collins. Bangs it through. I mean, that bounced up over the shot clock and came right back through. 2013, they cut it to 7.
They needed that one to go down. They were 0 for 4 from deep. Now 1 for 5.
All right, see if they can get a stop here. 12 seconds left. Stars trying to close out the quarter, build on that lead. Farr has it, kicks it out. Putman, bounce pass over to Tobias, pump fake, shot along, and that is short. So nice job by the Jets, able to withstand the first opening round of this heavyweight bout. 20-13 is the score, a bit lopsided. Probably not too surprising. I think the Jets are going to just find a way to be in this game throughout. It's going to be a close one, I'm sure. And the Stars, I mean, they've got the ability to just break it loose at any moment, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, if they start to get hot from three-point range, currently 3 of 9 from downtown, the Stars, they're going to run away with this thing because they're controlling 2 parts of the game, defense and rebounding. That's going to win you ball games. They're +3 in the rebound battle, 11-8, and that's with 4 offensive boards. And they've also forced 6 turnovers to their own 5. I don't think this Lansing team's going to cough the ball up as much throughout the rest of this game. They'll make an adjustment, especially at halftime. But if you're the Jets, continue to turn over the Stars. Because if you can average 5 a quarter and get out to about 20 turnovers in the game, Jets are going to have a really good chance. Just got to start to make some shots.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 steals as well for the Stars early. So it's everything that we thought it would be. Really excited to bring you the second quarter. We'll see if the Jets can kind of settle in and make it a game, or will the Stars, extend that lead. All right, second quarter officially underway. Stars have it. Tobias and Farr in the backcourt. Terriana Holmes on the floor as well. 3-pointer from the corner. Claire Tobias bangs that through. The 5'8" sophomore guard. now with 9 points.
They're getting hot from deep. Started 0 for 4. Now they're 4 for their last 6 from downtown.
Three-pointer the other way. That is off the mark. Putman with the board. A lot of contact down low. Tobias has it. Holmes back to Tobias. Holmes fires a 3. Catches rim. Is that Curley in there? Secures it for the Jets.
Nice flash.
Yeah, nice ball movement there. Collins' shot goes in and out. Hate to see that happening to the Jets. They actually drew up a nice play there. Here comes Holmes, baseline. Runs into Curley in a travel. Kind of a brick wall there. The shot putter was able to kind of have, build a wall, a foundation there along the baseline. 23-13, 8:55 left here in the second.
Now, Curley plays bigger than what she's listed at 5'9". She plays with kind of a 6-foot presence, obviously taking the other 5'9" Armani Smith to the ground. And right now, if you're Jackson, you just got to find some good open looks like we just saw on that cut to the rim from Collins. They're currently shooting 33% from the field at 5 of 15.
Jets able to get that trap, or the Stars able to get that trap. And there's a steal as a result. Armani Smith pulls up for the mid-range jumper, no good, follows the shot, and it goes. How about that? Armani Smith really picking up where she left off on Friday afternoon.
Read the pass perfectly, weaved between 3 defenders, and still was able to find an open shot in the paint.
Wright for 3, and it answers. Tyra Wright, the freshman from Ontario, played at Utica Ford High School with her first three-pointer of the game, now has 5 points.
Needed that bad. She's a 31% shooter from outside and hits a big one.
Smith, 3, doesn't go, but there's a whistle, and she's going to headline shooting 3. Foul on the Jets. I didn't see who got her. Was it Wright?
Curley.
Curley with the foul. That's her first team foul in the quarter. Substitutions. Reese Williams checks back in for the Jets, and it looks like Daniel on the. Hard to tell with the.
A lot of hair.
Yeah, we have a tough time with that. 8:07 left. It's the Stars on top by 9. Make that 10, 26-16. Continue to be impressed with Armani Smith, a freshman out of Flinttown. So many great Cavalier players over the years that play in this league. We get to see them showcase their talents, and just no shortage of talent in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, but haven't had a chance to watch her yet this season, and she's definitely raised my eyebrows in the first quarter and 2 minutes.
Yeah, 12 points coming off the bench. Williams has it out on the wing. Inside, Daniel off the window. No. Putman with the board. Quick outlet to Farr. Three-pointer on the way for Kodowitz. Catches iron, but she follows her shot. Another opportunity here for the Stars. Tobias able to stay with it. Farr for 3 and bangs it through. I mean, second chance opportunity right there. I mean, you talk about blueprints for success. That's exactly what the Stars do game in, game out.
Very good shooting team from three-point range. After Kotovic's first miss, can't let another.
Reese Williams answers with a 3 in the corner of her own. Back to a 12-point game. 7:15, plenty of time here in this half. And how about that? Allison Farr with her own three-pointer. Now with 6 points.
Only a matter of time before they start heating up from deep. Now 6 of 14 from three-point land. Wow.
Three-pointer attempt the other way. That's off the mark for this Jets. Still can't see a number there.
It's going to be tough. We got to see the front.
I'm pretty sure it's 3. Amaria Wright,
it is Daniel.
Amaria Daniel, yep. Putman. Cross-court pass to Tobias. Catch and shoot 3. Wow, what a textbook basketball right there.
We said it. They could really run away with things if they got hot from deep. Currently a 37-19 lead. My goodness.
Yeah, we've seen that against Delta. Obviously, Jets are a very, very good team in this conference, but the Stars they were plus 30 in the second quarter in that game against the Tri-C before we even knew, or Delta, before we even knew it. I see that they're a very good second quarter team, as you can tell.
They won 102-44 and still only went 7 of 25 from downtown. They've already made 7 threes in this game.
Yeah, Tobias is really starting to heat up out there as well. Smith with a three-pointer. Farr made a three-pointer. And Stars can really kind of take their time here, work this offensive set. Putman lost it out of bounds. Credit to Williams and Henderson on that defensive kind of double team down low.
Talked about the Jets need to play better defense, and they haven't really had many chances just because Lansing's making everything from outside. They're not bringing it to the paint.
Nice take to the lane there is Sims, but they're going to call a travel call. So another turnover for the Jets.
That'll be their 8th. But Lansing's turned it over 7 times as well. I think if you asked head coach Megan Hudson, these Stars could be playing a lot better, and yet they're still winning by 18 points.
Yeah, they're shooting 50% from the floor, 46% from downtown, 6 of 7. So they're, good percentages there, but definitely some missed opportunities.
I think she believes that it could be a 20-point game at this point if you limit those turnovers. But one thing that is going to help you win a ball game almost any day of the week is you take more field goal attempts than your opponent. 24 total attempts for Lansing, just 20 for the Jets.
Yeah, 12 made compared to just 7 for the Jets as well. More shot opportunities, more made, and this is kind of the tail of the tape right there. Opportunity to score for the Jets. It just rolls off the rim. We've seen that a number of times today. And there's a three-pointer from Oaks. Long rebound in the corner. Oaks trying to track it down. And Oaks picks up the call. Second foul in the quarter now for the Stars. All right, if you're the Jets here, down 18, I think you got to go one possession at a time. Like you said earlier, try to find a way inside. They've relied a lot on the jumper. Get it inside and actually make. They've really struggled inside the paint.
Yeah, they're 4 of 12 shooting inside three-point land. So they just cannot finish at the cup right now. Big credit to the Stars defense in and around the rim.
Three-pointer on the way. Too strong there for Noel Smith. Farr drives, and it goes.
That's a great job by Allison Farr. Obviously, full head of steam, sprinting down the floor as she caught the ball in transition, but then slowed up and was able to calm her body for the floater.
Coming in off the bench as well, averaging 8. What a block there, Armani Smith. Henderson had her shot blocked. Stars come away with it. Putnam up to Oaks. Oaks lost it inside, but able to get it back. Putman off the window, in and out. Offensive putback is no good, but that's Destiny Oaks who will be heading the line to shoot two.
There's no reason Destiny Oaks should be able to get that rebound around. 2 different Jets that were vying for the rebound alongside her. That was a 2-on-1, and Oaks still picked it up and has another chance. 20-12 in the rebound game right now, being dominated by Lansing.
Yeah, they're just a force. Credit to Putman there for keeping that alive. I think she probably drew a few of those defenders and really left Oaks all alone on the back end. So, all right, 4:16 left here in the first half. It's the Stars up by 20, 39-19. We'll take a break here on the NJCAA Great Lakes Tournament Broadcast Network. All right, back underway here Great Lakes Tournament District A Championship. It's the Stars on top, plus 20 over the Jets, 39-19. Coming back, it'll be Destiny Oaks at the line, shooting a couple. If you're the Jets here, got to try to finish this quarter strong. You got 4 minutes to really kind of slice into this lead.
If you can cut the gap in half and be down 10 at the break and head into the locker room, only down 10 points. I know it still sounds like a lot against a very good Stars team, but you have to realize how good this Lansing team shot from outside in the first half. With averages being how they are, it's tough to shoot that well for an entire game. So if you're only down 10 going into the locker room, you feel a lot better than being down 20.
40-19, now 21. Jets have it. Daniel up top, trying to shake Oaks. Henderson back to Daniel. Try to get Reese Williams on a cut. Aubriana Smith knocked that out of bounds. So still Jets basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Williams unable to secure it. Bolton got a hand on that. Smith off the window and good. Smith now with 14 points.
It was not a great pass from Ileana Williams on the other end. Just gave it right back to Bolton, and Armani Smith's going to make you pay 10 times out of 10.
Sims still has it, spins. Looking for a cutter. Daniel has it. And great defense there, but follows her shot and gets it to go. Exactly what you need to do if you're the Jets. 42-21.
Got to get a stop. Got to go on a run. You're getting doubled up right now towards the end of the first half. This is make or break time. Chance of going down 20 to 25 points at the break. Cannot happen if they want to win this game.
Smith baseline. And lost it out of bounds.
It's a good start.
Yep, Nina Sims playing some good stingy defense over there. You know, if you're the Stars up by 21, I don't think you want to see Aubriana Smith dribbling baseline. You know, you want to leave that up to your guards. I mean, I would post up Aubriana Smith any day of the week.
Absolutely.
All right, Sims. Henderson. All right, back to right. Stars kind of Jets taking their time here a little bit, but they get a foul call. 2:43 left in the half.
And that'll work right there. Obviously, being able to get to the line is key. Sims, a 53% shooter from the stripe. So definitely on the lower end for this Jets team, but being able to have chances to score when the clock is stopped is key.
Missed the first. That foul was on number 15, Sophie Klinger, 5'6" freshman guard from East Lansing. Third team foul in the quarter, excuse me. And Jets come away with the offensive board. And shot doesn't go. Aubriana Smith with that board. Bolton Euros it, doesn't go. Smith keeps it alive, but she traveled. 2:30 left, still 42-21. A couple of turnovers here over the last few moments here in the last couple of possessions for the Stars, but the Jets able to cash in other than one free throw.
Yeah, Smith, back-to-back turnovers. You come up empty on the last possession, do the Jets on 2 free throws and an offensive rebound not converting. Have to have points here.
Entry pass to Williams. Her shot's too strong. Offensive board put back, and just Stars too much inside.
They're playing great defense.
Oaks has it going all the way, and they're going to call the foul there on Daniel. So that's a 14 foul for the Jets. No fouls to give here over the last 2-10. Second foul on Daniel. Oaks inside to Smith. Lost the handle. Henderson, I think, is going to pick up a call here, and that is now 15 foul. Stars are in the bonus. So that's going to send Aubriana Smith the line shooting 2. Smith missed the first. %70 free throw shooter on the season. Made the second, 43-21, 2:05 left. Lead is now 22 points.
The Stars defense inside the paint has just not allowed the Jets to be able to score at the rim. And they're not fouling. Only 3 team fouls in this quarter alone. They have not sent Jackson to the line very often.
And they tried to get it inside there on a cut. Quick outlet all the way up to Smith. Finger rolls it in. 16 points now.
One thing Lansing does so well is when they force a turnover, they have a guard out and running in front of everybody. We just saw it on display right there with Smith.
Reese Williams kicks it back out. Daniel baseline. Got his shot away. That's off the mark, but she's fouled. She'll head the line to shoot 2.
It's going to be the second on Aubriana Smith. So, I mean, if you want to crack that door open even a little bit heading into this second half, foul trouble for the Stars is going to be key. You continue to force the issue, get inside, and get Smith in foul trouble, get Ashlyn Putman into foul trouble as well, and then you might be able to have a better shot at scoring more points inside in the third and fourth quarters.
Yeah, Putman with 2, Kyers with 2, and Aubriana Smith with 2 for the Stars. Our Amari Daniel and Reese Williams each with 2 for the Jets. Brianna Smith gets that strong rebound. Handoff now to Klinger. And a 3-pointer from Destiny Oaks. Jets come away with it. Locke has it. Kicks it in the corner. Collins. Too much defense there.
I mean, it's just elite. And nothing easy right now for the Jets. They haven't had more than one good open look the entire contest.
Yeah, their shooting percentage dips now under 29 or 28%, 8 of 29. Conversely, the Stars are at 48%. They've made 15 shots compared to 8.
It's a night
7
and day
17
difference
from downtown.
I mean, the Lansing Stars have made 7 threes in this game. Jackson has only made 8 field goals. So that just tells you the story right there when it comes to efficiency.
They got almost more 3-pointers than the entire field goals by the Jets. And they're getting it done at the line. They're now 9 of 12.
Very impressive.
Only 2 made free throws for the Jets in the first 20 or 19 or so minutes here.
Now, you are not going to win many games going 2 of 8 from the free throw line in one half of basketball.
All right, Jets have it. Trying to post up. Lock, but the shot doesn't go. Another rebound for Smith down low. Aubriana Smith. That's now rebound 5.
And hold for this final shot, likely.
Smith, and they call it for the travel.
I was wrong. That was turnover number 3 on Aubriana Smith, all coming here in the second quarter. But she does have 5 rebounds alongside her Smith counterpart, Armani.
Final 10 seconds here in the first half, and it's a turnover. Here comes Smith to Smith. Smith lays it up and in. Aubriana Smith to Armani Smith on the fast break, 49-21. A couple of Smiths there getting the job done. And the biggest lead of the afternoon for the Stars, they lead 49-21 through 20 minutes of play. We talked about it at the beginning, Tom. This team came up short last year. They ran into a really tough Ocelot team. I'm talking about the Stars. Had to sit on the sidelines and watch Schoolcraft, cut the nets. I'm sure that told a major story for them, and they want to control their own destiny this year and get to the big dance.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see both the Ocelots and Stars go at it in this championship game, but, I mean, how things are trending right now, it's also going to be very cool to see both Schoolcraft and Lansing compete in the national tournament. Because right now, if you're Jackson, down 28 points, nothing's going right for you offensively or defensively. I mean, it's Lansing shooting the lights out from three-point range. And one thing that really sticks out is Lansing has turned the ball over 11 times. That is much more than Coach Hudson wants. But the 12 turnovers that the Jets have coughed up, have almost all been converted for points. We just saw on display that very last play where our Brianna Smith takes it away, and the speed of Armani flying down the floor. She zoomed past Aubriana, was able to get out in transition and finish yet again. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, an assist, and a block for Armani Smith in that first half. She was the player of the game back earlier this week in the semifinal, and she's trending that way tonight, hoping to get her team to the national tourney.
There's no doubt about that. All right, well, we're going to take a break here. Halftime, you can settle into the Sunday afternoon tunes of DJ Dante Dorsey, Tom Cavanaugh, Chad Tom's on the call. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. Second half coming up here in just a moment in this District A championship game between the Stars and the Jets. Stars lead by a score of 49-21. Really just a dominating performance. Held the Jets to about 17% from the floor in the second quarter. Made only 3 baskets in that quarter. I think that's a difference in the game, Tom. Stars just too much to handle for the Jets right now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, elite defense on the Stars side, but the other big differences are, 12 turnovers for the Jackson College Jets have been converted to 18 points off of those turnovers. That's really a large majority of the lead right now that the Stars hold. Obviously, it's 28 points, but 18 of those 28 coming from turnovers. And another thing is the ball rotation by the Stars team. They share the ball so well. They have 13 assists on 16 made field goals. That is very hard to do. Obviously, it's been a lot of transition, fast break basketball, so it's one pass up. And obviously, you get an assist to Amani Smith, who has been having one heck of a game with 16, 5, and 2 steals. But if they continue to share the ball like that and really outwork this Jets defense, it's going to be a long second half, and Lansing staring down another trip to the national tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Stars have won this tournament, or actually back when it was District C in 2016 and 2015. That's ancient news for the Stars. Megan Hudson in her 4th season here since 2023, her 3rd season, as a longtime assistant with the program, looking to punch her ticket to head out to Hickory and do some damage out there. Seen the Ocelots win handily earlier. Coach Shea Lewis able to punch their ticket into District C, so should be fun. And we've got a great one after this. We've got the Lakers and the Skips coming up in that District B championship. So a lot of basketball left here today.
Yeah, it's a rematch from the men's side. Last night we saw SC4 and Mid-Michigan square off.
All right, back underway here. Jets with their first possession of the second half. Cutter, Henderson, and lost it out of bounds. 1 possession, 1 turnover for the Jets.
Yeah, it just seems like they're doing a little too much offensively when it comes to driving to the lane. They've had most of their turnovers come inside the lane where they're trying to pass, cross the paint, and the guard play right now has been good all year long, but right now just causing too many turnovers.
All right, Armani Smith on the floor to start the second half. As mentioned, she's leading the way with 16 points, 5 boards coming off the bench to start the game. There's a cut to Tobias. Tobias got the shot away, but she's fouled. It's off the mark, heading to the line to shoot 2. Quick foul here in the second half for the Jets. And that's going to be on number 1, Tyra Wright, her first.
And a really impressive 10 of 13 from the free throw line in the first half. Stars got there a lot and made a lot.
Tobias surprisingly only averaging about 47% from the stripe on the season. I think her three-point percentage is just a smidge lower than that. All right, split the pair. Or made them both, I'm sorry. All right, 9-19. Jets get another crack at it here. Came up short on their first possession. Reese Williams has it. Wright coming off the screen all the way out to midcourt, trying to shake Smith down to 10 on the shot clock. Williams works off the screen, trying to get around Putman. Got the shot off. It doesn't go, but she's fouled, heading the line to shoot 2. Putman now with 2 fouls, I believe. Nope, that is the 3rd. So fouls starting to stack up there for number 33.
We mentioned that if Jackson wants any way back into this game, they're going to need to put the bigs of the Stars team in foul trouble, and that's a good start very early into this third quarter. Is Putman going to come out of the game right now?
The Jets, they played back in January. It was a 67-62 game. Reese Williams had 18 points and 11 boards. Nina Sims with 14 points. Locke with 12 points. So they can hang with the Stars team.
Yeah, they also shot the ball a ton better at 43%. They had 20 field goals in that game. They only have 8 so far today.
Yep, that's the difference in this battle. And there's Kyers with the offensive board. The putback is good. Strong inside present there for the Stars.
I mean, just dominating the rebound game. 27-16. That was the 9th offensive board.
30-point lead now for the Stars. Williams trying to shake Kotovic. Apologize to the family and all of Stars Nation. We got that one wrong. I thought we had it right. I apologize. That's all on me. Kotovic now on the floor for the Stars. Kyers trying to track down. It's Daniel. She can get down the court fast.
Yeah, she's quick.
And Kyers as well, step for step. And Kyers she's 5'11". So much talent on both of these teams here in the MCCAA. 8:12 left here in the third. Jets with another missed free throw, Tom.
And that is the foul that the Stars wanted. They obviously didn't want to foul anybody, but for it to be on Kotovic, that was her first, instead of it being Georgia Kyers' third.
Now 5 of 12 from the stripe are the Jets. All right, quick outlet to Smith. Armani backs it back out. Tobias on a cut, but gets it to Destiny Oaks, who lays it up and in. What a beautiful executed play for the Stars.
The off-ball movement is so impressive from the Stars. They're not just off-ball moving around the perimeter. That was a strong cut to the cup from Oaks.
And we got an out-of-control play there on the Jets, an offensive foul. I think that's going to be out. Was that Nina Sims?
Yeah, Armani Smith took it. I mean, she has just done everything today.
She really has. Grew up probably about 10 minutes from here. Carmen Ainsworth over off of Linden Road, kind of Flint Township area. Great to see her playing in this Great Lakes tournament. She has it, pulls up for the J, catches rim, offensive rebound, unable to get it is Kyers. Henderson clears it for the Jets. Behind the back dribble, there's Williams and lost the handle. Kotovic created a turnover there.
And Williams wanted a foul with the contact, but that was just good defense from Kotovic.
Three-pointer on the way, that's Smith. Tobias keeps it alive for the Jets. And they're going to call a foul. That's on Nina Sims.
It's going to be her third. She's picked up 2 quick ones.
And Reese actually checks out. They keep Sims on the floor. Aubriana Smith, the 6'1" freshman out of Berrien Springs, checks in. Tobias rips a 3. In and out. Sims tracks down that rebound. Quick outlet to Daniel. Spins in the lane. The floater, no good. In and out. Kind of the story of the game there, Tom. Great opportunity for the Jets. Just rolls in and out.
Yeah, there's been a lid on the rim for the Jets because even on their pretty good looks, they can't make them.
And then the other story there, Jets. You know, when there's one of those key misses by the Jets, the Stars come back the other way and bang a 3 through. And that's exactly what Oaks did there.
It's official. 8 made 3-pointers compared to 8 made field goals for the Jets. So Lansing's already made the same number of threes that the Jets have field goals.
All right, there's another loose ball scooped up by the Stars. Smith over in the corner. Kotovic drives baseline. And there's a whistle.
Going to get an off-ball foul? Yes.
Henderson. Second team foul now for Henderson. But, wow, 4 team fouls already here in this quarter, Tom. There's 6:12 left. No fouls left to give for the Jets.
And you don't want to send this Stars team to the line. They're shooting 80% from there. They're 12 of 15. If they continue to shoot free throws, this game will balloon to a 40 to 50-point lead.
Kotovic spins, tries to feed Kyers and stays with it. 3-pointer out on the wing, and that's Destiny Oaks with a 3-point call.
3 seconds in the paint. I think that
might have been Kyers down low.
Yes.
All right, here's the Jets the other way. Number 22, Noel Smith. Another Smith. That might be our 4th Smith on the floor, possibly. See, we've got Armani Smith, Brianna Smith, Sims. Okay.
You also have Noel Smith. So
and
Noel,
3. 3 Smiths. I love it. There's Kyers with the board. Kotovic. Quick outlet to number 15, Sophie Klinger. Kotovic fires a 3, and it's down. Big-time basket there. Her first basket of the afternoon pushes the lead to 61-24, inching up on 40-point lead, Tom. And a timeout on the floor. Coach Brown takes a timeout with 5:29 left here in the third. 61-24. Stars on top over the Jets. We'll take a break here in this NJCAA District A championship game. Welcome back here to Flint, Michigan. Thanks so much for spending your afternoon with us between the Stars and the Jets on this championship game here. Seen some sunshine out there, Tom. We haven't seen much sunshine here over the last few days. Spent a lot of time in this gym. This is game 17 of 18, but good to see. It's going to be about 70 degrees here in mid-Michigan tomorrow.
I love that. But, yeah, it's been a lot of fog and downpour the last 4 days in a row. Today's been probably the best day, and yet it's still windy and a little chillier than it's been all week. So when one negative side comes, the other does as well.
Yeah, well, today will be the last broadcast of my basketball season, so maybe I'll dust off the golf clubs.
Love it.
All right, there's a foul inside Kyer. She's heading the line to shoot two. And that's, we get called up to the big dance. You never know if they got their broadcast team out there, and, either between Danville and Hickory. Maybe we'll get a call. Showcasing our talents there on a national level, Tom.
I hope so.
Have headphones, we'll travel. All right, we got a media timeout with 4:56 left here in the third. It's still 61-24, Stars on top. We'll go back to break mode. We'll be back here in just a moment. Little beatboxing going on here in Flint Town, and it's a beatdown in this game. Stars are just so strong, so deep. We talk about their starting five. You could talk about their next five off the bench. I think most of these players could start at just about any of these teams in the MCCAA.
Without a doubt. And 30 of their 61 points coming between Armani Smith and Claire Tobias. But they've had help from others. Allison Farr has ballooned up to 8 points. Sophie Klinger, the Calvin transfer, has 6. Katovich has 3. Kyers with 2. Destiny Oaks, a surprising 7 in 14 minutes as well. Not that it's surprising she scored 7, just done it on a little more of a quieter stage than we've seen with Armani Smith and Tobias.
All right, Jets have it here. Back in action and just looking for something to go. As mentioned, they now have less shots made than LCC has just in three-pointers, I believe.
Now it's fourth foul on Naomi Henderson. That's another offensive foul. She's setting a screen, but she's not set. She's just running by and making contact with the defender. That's going to be called every single time, and things just building from bad to worse for the Jets.
Maddox Locke checks in now. Katovich. Bolton on the floor. Klinger. Kyers. And I think Kyers might be the only starter on the floor at this point. Want to preserve. Yeah, I don't see. I think, Bolton's coming off the bench. So, and here comes Holmes. Let's see who she checks in for. Yep, Kyer. So all the starters off the floor here with 4:24 left here in this game. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Kotovic is a starter, but so anticipate probably even more players kind of coming in at this point, 62-24.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Right now in this game, obviously, you have about 14 and a half minutes left to play in our contest. You want to continue to play hard and work towards a championship, but definitely play with a little bit of caution when it comes to health.
Well, if the Stars do indeed win this game, and you've got the men's team also going in their national championship, you've got about 6-8 days of downtime. I wonder if they scrimmage at all. You know, roll the ball out, get the men's and women's teams, keep them sharp. Jets at the line. That foul was on Holmes, her first. Third team foul now for the Stars.
I think to put restrictions on a game like that, you'd have to not allow the Lansing Stars men's team to grab any offensive rebounds. Anytime they grabbed an offensive rebound or missed a shot, they just have to give it back to the women's team.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
When it comes to size differential. But I like that idea.
Yeah, just keep them moving. You don't want to – that is a challenge a lot of times in these, postseason. You get a lot of downtime. You want to stay sharp. And so, you question sometimes these coaches leave their starters in throughout. Well, it's like they're not going to see any action here for about a week or so.
Yeah, there is that rest versus rust type of argument that you can make, but also for a team like Jackson, when you look at what they've done, they played a quarterfinal game, they played a semifinal, and now they're here on to the final. So they're also pretty exhausted because they've played 3 games this week, more than you would usually play in the regular season.
That was number 4, Amaya Coleman. It's called for the travel. A substitution is another substitution for the Stars is Hannah Lozano, the 5'9" sophomore from Clio. So another Flint area player playing here in the Ballinger Fieldhouse. So she's had a great career at Clio. Good to see her playing at the next level. Sophomore. See if she continues on in her athletic career. Many sophomores will be finishing their season on the Jets season. More than likely here in about the next 13 minutes. You hate to see that. You hate to see those seasons come to an end.
Yeah, they've had a heck of a year. I know it's kind of a down year for them. They usually win the MCCAA East, this time in the third place spot.
How about that? Noelle Smith, no quit in her game. The freshman out of Dayton, Ohio, and one is good. She's heading the line to shoot a freebie.
But both these teams had something to prove from last year. I know we spoke about how LCC is back-to-back champions of the West, but they and Jackson both lost in the district championship game a year ago, so they were one contest away from going to the national tournament, so both have something to prove.
Well, another great play there by the other Smith on the floor, Noelle, and she's had a made basket and just got a steal, but the Jets are unable to convert. Lozano lost the handle, 64-28.
That was the first made field goal we just saw a moment ago for the Jets. They're 1 of 6, 4 of 10 are the Stars in this third quarter.
There's a foul committed by Coleman, about 90 feet away from the basket, and that is going to send the Stars to the line. You talked about that being an issue here down the stretch. Armani Smith shooting 2.
Yeah, they got to about 4 team fouls with 6 or 8 minutes left to go, and obviously just picking up that 5th right now. It's going to be 3 full minutes of free throws with any more whistles coming forward. How about the day Armani Smith is having? 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block. Just has filled up the stat sheet in every category.
Yeah, there's nothing that she hasn't. Every single thing. Steals, blocks, assists, rebounds. And there's a quick outlet to Bolton.
The Stars defense.
28 now, 40 points.
They're suffocating defensively. The Jackson, they have great guard play, but no answer right now against the Stars D.
And there's a basket made for the Jets. Another steal for Smith. Smith has really turned it on here over the last minute or so. Couple minutes. Continue to make plays for the Jets.
And it speaks to, her level of competitiveness and, being down 40-some points, nearly 40 points, And still, after a made basket, you hop right back on defense. You're able to. That's the second straight possession that she took away an inbound after a made bucket. So she is playing to the very last whistle. She does not want her season to end tonight, even though it looks in that favor at the moment. She's still going to grind it out till the final whistle.
Yep, that's what makes a great college athlete. Tom, I mentioned this earlier in the tournament. I've hired people for many, many years. I love to hire young people, and I've hired a lot of athletes. And, you talk about all the great things, their points per game. You talk about all the wonderful things they're doing. What these coaches are doing, the Megan Hudsons of the world, the Heather Browns of the world, we've seen it, Coach Fawcett and Shea, they're creating employable adults. I love to hire those athletes because they show up on time. They take constructive criticism well. They'll give you everything they got, and they're just creating good humans.
Yeah, you can translate being down 35, 38 points to a lot of other scenarios in life. I mean, this is just a metaphor for other things that are going to carry you through your entire adulthood. And that's a great point that you make right there, because obviously being coaches of a college, high school program, whatever level it is, they want to build not only good athletes and a winning team, but also great humans going forward, mature adults heading into their lives past college or high school, whatever it may be. So, having just that on display and seeing Noelle Smith compete like that speaks a lot to her character outside of just being a basketball player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's hungry. She wants next season to start right now. It's let's get after it. Let's go. And we got a timeout there by Megan Hudson. So, yeah, it'll be her team next year. Noelle Smith, the freshman out of Dayton, Ohio. They've got a lot of great talent on the team coming back between Collins and Wright and Daniel, Coleman, Sims. So I wouldn't be surprised, Tom, if we see this team in this exact moment in this gym next year in 2027.
I agree. Three of their top four scorers are all freshmen. So if all of them return to this squad, they're going to be better for it next year. And this is just, as I mentioned a couple of times, an off year for Jackson in terms of the MCCAA East. They're a very young squad. They only have 4 sophomores on this team. You had Maddox Locke, who was your Lawrence Tech transfer that was out for a large majority of the season, and they were still able to grit and grind through the year, get to this point. Says a lot about their team and their resiliency. But, Lansing's the same way. They only have 4 sophomores as well, so if it matches up, we could see a rematch between these two in the district championship again next season.
That's a scary thought if you're sitting out there in the MCCAA Western Conference, like, good Lord, What do we got to do? These stars are coming back at you. So, but you can say that about this entire conference. We've seen, Tom Cavanaugh, give him some shout-outs. He's the voice of the MCC, the Monarchs, and, that team has done incredible damage. Had a bit of an off year this year, but, it's just the testament of this conference. Just ran into a buzzsaw.
Macomb actually had their best season to date over the last few. They finished 3rd in the conference. That was their best finish in quite some time. 20 wins for the first time under head coach Kurt Caroline. They usually finish 4th or 5th and are being dominated by teams like Jackson SC4, sometimes the Mott Bears. And this year they actually played a lot better. But, the East is so deadly because Jackson, they finished below Macomb in the standings, and yet here they are in the championship game. SC4, another team that we're going to see later that's going to compete for a national bid, and Schoolcraft, best team in the country at 31-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I call the games for the Mott Bears, and we've got a new coach, Ryan Trevithick, a bit of a, really big deal here in this part of the state. He's a long-term high school coach, now piecing things together here at Mott. So I'm excited to see them take that next step as well and get back to powerhouse form in the MCCAA East. All right, there's a basket made for the Jets. That was Locke. And Putnam on the floor, not able to get to it, but I think they're going to call a little. Yeah, Maddox Locke there gets called for that one.
She held her.
Going to put the Stars back at the line.
Putnam was out off and running, as the Stars have done all day long after a turnover. They just get out and run and transition and have someone open free for a layup. And it's kind of like a defensive holding from a cornerback. Just literally Maddox Locke grabbed her arm and held her back. That's going to be a foul every time.
Yeah, easy call there. Putnam shot doesn't go, but look at that. Destiny Oaks continuing to do tremendous things in her playing time today. Just another hustle play. You talk about the Noelle Smiths of the world. You can say the same about Destiny Oaks.
Oh, yeah. Because the other side of the coin is you're up by 40 points. You can just kind of cruise to a victory. You don't have to grab that offensive rebound and fight between 2 defenders, and yet she does and goes back to the line.
split the pair there now with 8 points. Lead 72-34. Conclusion of this game coming up at the end of the fourth. We'll have the all-tournament team announced, the MVP of this district, the coach of the year, and that net cutting ceremony. Three-pointer doesn't go. Rebound, Oaks. Putman had it knocked out of bounds there by the Jets. Nina Sims got a hand on that. Putnam posts up, working on lock, up and under, no good. Destiny Oaks with the offensive board, able to track that down and got a shot away, hit the deck, was hammered, and headed the line to shoot two.
Just a tenacious nose for the basketball Destiny Oaks has. Great post move from Putman. Not the best take to the rim. She missed, and Oaks just flying out of nowhere, split between two Jets to pick up that basketball, and yet going to the line once again.
And able to make 73, inching up back to that 40-point spread.
Yeah, and there's 13 now, 14-point differential at the free throw line between these two teams. 23 made free throws on 29 attempts for the Stars, compared to 9 of 20 from the stripe for Jackson.
All right, here's Noelle Smith. We talked about her contributions in the game, able to kick it out there on the wing. Nina Sims. Big three-pointer. They're still shooting, Tom.
Absolutely they are. Sims up to 5 points alongside Tyra Wright.
Gets the three-pointer, comes back with a steal, and has it blocked out of bounds. No easy basket, says Sophie Klinger. Reese Williams checks back in. Amaria Daniel back on the floor. Locke and Lozano check out for the Stars. Bell goes out. Looks like McCullum checks in. And take there by Nina Sims. And they're going to call the offensive foul.
I've been impressed with Sophie Klinger today. Now, I know she's got 8 points, 3 assists, and a rebound with a steal and a block, but, she has played sensational defense, and we saw it right there as well.
Oh, quick outlet up to Destiny Oaks. Oh, couldn't handle it. Goes out of bounds. Stops the clock with 44 seconds left here in the third.
And obviously you wanted to see these two teams play at their very best today, but just not Jackson's day shooting the ball. They've heated up a little bit, though.
Maria Daniel with the make. Smith lost the handle and flung it over to another basket there. Daniel with another make, so it's 74-42 final seconds, but Destiny Oaks the other way just lays it up and in.
How is nobody guarding her on the back end? They just always have someone off and running in transition after a made or missed basket.
Daniel fakes the three, gets in the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Noelle Smith for three, catches iron. Destiny Oaks has it, and that's going to end the third. Stars on top, 76-42. Final quarter of play coming up. Final 10 minutes, so we'll take a break here in this Region 12 NCJAA Championship District A game. Be back here in just a moment. All right, back underway here in Flint Town, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. Fourth quarter kicking off here shortly. Claire Tobias back on the floor for the Stars to start the fourth. Handoff to Tobias, out to Oakes. Putnam working on Williams, but 3-second call there on the Stars. Williams drives, puts it up over Putnam. Shot doesn't go, but there's a foul call. That's going to be Katovich. Second foul now. I don't think any at this point in the game and deep in the, or as we head to the fourth, I think too many. I don't think fouls are coming to play too much for either team. Unlike the last game, there was a lot of players with 4 fouls kind of just hanging on there in that Schoolcraft game for, especially for the Norse. They ran into a buzzsaw there against the Ocelots.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of looking around our championship games and all the games on the women's side, this entire bracket of the District A, B, and C have been so top-heavy. Nobody was going to beat Schoolcraft coming out of that district. They were just so dominant all year long. It's tough to argue anybody was going to beat this Lansing team, even on their best day, as good as the Stars are. And then later, obviously there's no predictions to be had there. SC4, good team, but, ranked top 25 in the country is Mid-Michigan. So hopefully we finally get ourselves a really good game. But the Lakers of Mid-Michigan, they could also be a very top-heavy team as well.
Yeah, if the cards play out way, with all the rankings and statistics and all that, we could see 3 very tough teams from this area with the Stars, the Ocelots, and the Lakers doing damage out there in the tourney.
All ranked in the top 15.
Just a testament to all the basketball talent, here in Mid-Michigan. Obviously we got national players from Texas and, all over the country, but there's just a lot of homegrown talent as well. And there's a foul call. Homegrown talent there from Cologne is Reese Williams, sophomore for the Jets, showcasing her talents. I'm sure we will see her continue on in her career as well. Another one of these great sophomores that are on the floor, but picked up her third. That's going to be number 22, Allison Farr at the line, shooting 2 with freshman out of Howell.
I mentioned the homegrown talent, and that speaks to both of these head coaches. They grew up around this area. Both of them are alumni of their respective schools that they coach. Heather Brown in her 5th season, an alumni at Jackson. Megan Hudson, she attended Lansing Community College as well as Bluefield State as a player. And then obviously having her awesome coaching career. It's great to see both these head coaches adopting a lot of the homegrown talent instead of doing what a lot of the rest of the NJCAA and NCAA does, going with transfer talent all over the place, your entire team, a la Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, we got a 4:30 tip today. It's the Wolverines and the Spartans out there in Ann Arbor, so should be a good one. And then Selection Sunday coming up here next weekend.
Yeah, go green.
Yeah, the Big Ten tournament coming up. There's a 3-pointer in the corner, Allison Farr. But yeah, Megan Hudson played at Waverly, Bluefield State, as you mentioned, down in West Virginia, and just doing a tremendous. She was a longtime assistant with the team, and definitely put her stamp on the team. And then you can say the same for Coach Heather Brown in her 5th season. They're just we talked about it earlier. Just they're creating people, these players that are not only good players, but they're getting ready for life. And Coach Brown wanted to make mention of all the support that Alan Wade has offered from the Jackson Blazer. He's here in the building today. He films a lot of their he's their sports reporter.
Oh, that's awesome.
And their editor. So he attends all their games, and we've shouted him out in the past as she's been here against the Bears. But she just wanted to say how much she appreciates Alan and all his coverage of her team.
Yeah, one thing that goes undervalued is junior college athletics, and some of the top players in the whole country are playing at the junior college level, and they don't get the type of coverage and publicity that they deserve. And Alan, he plays a huge role in that, specifically for the Jets, to allow them to have that national and statewide coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, in my opinion, I think the landscape for college sports has changed so much over the last 2-3 years. You see it. A lot of these big-time programs, you talk about the Michigans and Michigan States all over the country, they're not really recruiting the freshmen like they were. Mm-hmm. They're hitting that portal until that kind of gets it's the Wild West right now. And I think this is where the NJCAA is absolutely perfect. It's an opportunity for these freshmen to come in to not only grow physically, but also to develop their talent and their skills to get to the next level. It's an amazing, amazing program.
Absolutely it is. And Armani Smith right now about to have a chance at her 21st and 22nd point. She's had an amazing day. But, yeah, I mean, you hit the nail right on the head there, because you want players, these big-time programs now are looking for experience. They're looking for veteran leadership, and that starts at the junior college level. When I was on with Noah Drury on the other day, I was going over John Yukamata, who played at Macomb Community College. He ended up transferring to Eastern Kentucky. He's now in the G League with the Motor City Cruise of the Detroit Pistons, which is the minor league for the Stones. So, I mean, you can really build up, start a career at the junior college level and get to where you want to go playing higher level college or professional hoops.
Absolutely. Makai Ellison was in the building yesterday. All-time leading scorer for the Bears. Another Flint Carmenanzer standout. And he played here for 2 years, All-American. He's made his way. He's now playing for the Eastern Michigan. And, his future is bright. He's got a lot of basketball ahead of him.
Makai actually played in the March Madness tournament with the Stetson Hatters a year ago as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He was the District A champion back here in 2023, finished with over 1,600 points in his career.
Wow.
And just a tremendous player. So it's good to see him back here in the gym. And, yeah, so that's just a perfect example, as we talked about. There's Nina Sims with the make. 81-48, 6:40 left.
And on the women's side as well, from this Lansing squad, big shout-out the first year that I covered this event, Kara Bartles of the Lansing Stars. She was phenomenal. She's now with Central Michigan. So you see it on both the men's and women's sides, starting here and then building up into an elite career at the next level.
There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, and the other side of the coin is you talk about these players, these coaches recruiting out of the portal. You see it as well. A lot of these players go to high school, they're the best player on their team.
Yeah.
They get an opportunity to go, and we see some of these, as we see the rosters, and you talk about a lot of those transfers, some of them are coming back down. Best player on their team going to like a Ball State, and they're just not getting the time. They might be the 9th or 10th person on the bench. So it's an opportunity for them to kind of come back, reestablish, and go back up. We've seen that a lot as well.
Absolutely, because, priority is playing time, getting to experience being on the floor and being of value to your team. When you spend 3-4 years at a Division I school where you're not playing at all or have to redshirt and all these different things where you're not actually playing at a college that you want to play at, you kind of have to take that step back, and you want to be a big force for your team. A la Maddox Locke and Reese Williams, both coming from Lawrence Tech. Reese Williams still averaged 7.5 points at LTU for the Devils there, but coming back here, premier players in the junior college ranks, and then you can kind of build that confidence up and that experience of being on the floor and leading a team to then build back up to the next level, to your point.
I would say the amount of coaches that were in this building over the last 4 days between men's and women's, top 50 coaches.
Yep.
Just people in the stands. I seen Wayne Wayne State was here yesterday, Concordia, just on and on and on, Albion, and it just, there were so many coaches here just checking out this talent. And so just a great opportunity, and that's where I give all the credit to Steve Schmidt for being really the kind of the visionary behind this. He invites all these coaches here, opens up that hospitality room, and just a great showcase. Unfortunately, we didn't have any Bears in this tournament this year. We're going to look to improve that next year, but still want to open up the doors and make sure all of these kids get looks.
And one that definitely will be receiving some conversations and a text message or two is Armani Smith.
She
absolutely has taken me.
I told you.
You did. You did.
And I know I've called a couple of her games in high school as the voice of the Goodrich Martians, who are now in the regional champions. They match up against Marysville tomorrow in that regional semifinal. So it'll be, she's a great one. One of the great talents here in the Flint area. Love to see her doing great things at LCC. Mariah Curley back on the floor now for the Jets. Three-pointer out on the wing is Sims, and Curley tracks it down in the corner. Kyer's all over her, and that's a heavy-duty matchup there. Curley lost the handle.
Another good play from Sophie Klinger, getting her hand in there, taking away yet another steal. She's been phenomenal. Her second poke away of the day.
Kotovich feeds Kyers inside. It's good. Nice pass there. That dribble drive penetration opens it up. Three-pointer on the way for Curley. No go, but offensive rebound. Bolton. Or defensive rebound, excuse me. Jets will have it underneath. Noel Smith on the inbound. Nope, make that Daniel. So coming up next for the Skippers and the Lakers, we have the voice of the Monarchs taking over as play-by-play, Tom Cavanaugh. Tom, we've crossed paths here over the last couple of years. It's been so great to see you out there doing your thing. I'll tell you the same things I told Noah Drury. At some point, you guys are going to be doing a World Series game. You're going to be doing a Super Bowl. Somewhere along the way, just don't forget about us. I'll be very old by then, but don't forget about CT.
Absolutely
let me come
not.
Hang out with you a little bit. I'll feed you some stats. I'll be a spotter for you.
Spotter, tickets in the first row, whatever. But, yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I love coming back to Mott. It's one of the places where I got my start a couple of years ago, being able to work under then athletic director Al Perry and obviously Coach Steve Schmidt and all the athletics here with the Bears and working alongside you. Shout out Bob Helbedell. I did volleyball with him for a year as well for this Bear squad that is just elite. And, I love coming back to Flint, Michigan, seeing all the same common faces and being able to contribute to just an elite tournament because my start in junior college athletics came with this tournament. I met sports information director of Macomb Community College, Tim Johnston, through this event. I met Al Perry through it as well, and things have been for all the better over the last 3 years, being able to get involved with this 3 years ago when it was a solo job doing all 18 games. And like I told Noah, I think I overdosed on tea and honey that weekend because it was just unbelievably, my voice was trashed by Sunday night at this very point. So I'm glad that we got you and Noah and myself on to handle all the work this afternoon.
Yeah, game 17 here on the schedule. Game 18 coming up here in about a half hour or so. And, yeah, so much fun. You hate to see it end, but you're happy to see some of these teams punch their ticket, chasing their dreams. And Daniel had it knocked out of bounds, and we got a foul. Kotovich kind of getting loose here with 85-51 with 4:51 left.
And I'm hoping we won't get too many whistles following this next 4:51 because Chad, both teams with 5 team fouls. Both are in the double bonus. So anytime there will be a whistle, we're going to get free throws.
No doubt about it. All right. Final media timeout here with 4:51 left. Stars on top, 85-51 over the Jets. We'll take a break and be back here momentarily. All right, welcome back here. Coming out of the media timeout, 4:51 left. Stars on top, 85-51. Jets at the line. Stars make their way on to the floor. Daniel shooting 2 for the Jets. In and out on the first. Armani Smith sitting at 23 points to lead the Stars. Kind of a host of 4 players in double digits for the Jets with Reese Williams at 11, Daniel now with 11, Sims with 10, and Noel Smith with 10. That bench play just too much to handle for the Stars. There we go. Lefty layup is Bolton.
They're just moving at light speed compared to this Jackson team. Even when the Jets find a way to score a basket, Stars are on the move. They got one or two guards out in front just blowing past this Jets defense. And Demi Bolton with one of the easiest baskets we've seen all day.
Yeah, 48-15 our bench scoring. It just shows this a testament of how deep the Stars team is. Three-pointer off the mark. Noel Smith tracked that one down. Thought it was going to go into the paint and decided to turn around the other way with Putnam there, and Lozano gets called for the travel.
Lansing ball, in for Jackson, number 4.
Yeah, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast about how there are 11 players on this Lansing team that average 4 or more points. You can only start 5, so that's another 6 players that average 4 or more. I mean, that's upwards of 20 bench points on average. And then there's 6 players that average 7 or more. So the amount of talent from 1 through 11, 1 through 12 is marvelous. And I'm really impressed with how Coach Hudson has really built this team and had just a myriad of talent across the entire roster. Because a lot of teams have 1, 2 stars that carry the load. That is not what these Stars are about, and that's why they're going to have a really good chance to compete for a national title when they do get to the tournament.
No doubt about it. Amaria Daniel with the made basket there, heading to the line to shoot and one. She now has 13 points. We talked a lot about Noel Smith with that no quit in her vocabulary. I think you can say the same for Daniel.
Yeah.
Outlet to number 22 is Allison Farr. She's going to fire the 3. Catches back iron. And Stars stay with it. Farr able to do some hopscotch over there on the sideline.
That was unbelievable. She's chuckling towards her bench. She can't believe herself that she stayed in bounds.
Holmes, foul line extended, the elbow. She bangs it through from about 16 feet, 89-54.
Tiriana Holmes is another great example. She's averaging about 4 points a game as well, and this is the first time we're seeing her in the game.
Amaya Coleman with the make. Freshman out of Lima, Ohio. Her first basket in the contest. Another shot coming up for Holmes, and it's down. That's how deep this team is, Tom.
Right. Unbelievable. She had no questions asked. As soon as she caught that ball, she was putting it up and drilled it.
Nice basket. And another Coleman hoop. Now with 8 points, 3 minutes and counting here.
This will be one of the most dominant performances inside of Steve Schmidt Gymnasium over the course of a weekend of the Great Lakes Tournament. If Lansing can score to the century mark in back-to-back games, I don't think I've ever seen that from one team posting over 200 points.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oaks with that make on that last trip. Jets have it. The putback is no good. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Off the Jets, it's going to be Stars ball. But, yeah, definitely a very good opportunity to do so. They put up 102 on Friday. Yeah. Sitting at 94 with 2.5 left.
I mean, that's absurd. And that's just some elite scoring all across the board. And they're shooting 50% from the field, 28 of 56. They've hit 11 threes, 42% from beyond the arc.
Inside to Aubriana Smith. Little drop step. Bolton on the cut, no good. Loose ball scooped up there by Daniel. And out of bounds off the Stars, I believe. Maya Bell knocked that loose. Still Jets basketball.
Number 5, Maddox Lock. Number 12,
Reese Williams checks back in. Maddox Lock. Couple of sophomores here checking back in for possibly the final shift of their career here for the Jets.
Yeah, that's smart. Obviously, Coach Brown wants her sophomores to finish the game on the floor, experience those last few minutes as a Jackson Jet together on the hardwood, and that's how you kind of have to execute it.
Demi Bolton checks out with 4 points for the Stars. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Let's see if they can get to triple digits. Aubriana Smith working on Curley. Takes it in, doesn't go, and Jets come away with a good stop there. Locke able to get that rebound. Outlet to Williams.
I'm going to be really interested to see, Chad, we were talking off air looking at, obviously we have Schoolcraft already in the national tournament, this Lansing team well on their way. How is that bracket going to shake out? Are we going to see these two teams at some point during that national tournament? Because I would love to see it when everything's on the line and a chance to win for all the marbles between those two teams.
Absolutely. Smith loves to dribble. Dribbles through traffic, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way for Bell. And we got a whistle. Yeah, so that national championship bracket, if you go to njcaa.org, hover on sports, go down to women's basketball, click on Division II, and when that website loads, you click the link for the national championship. So that'll kick it over to a Presto Sports page, and that shows that bracket. It's a PDF, so you can even print it. But they'll be filling that thing out here pretty quick. Curley at the line makes the free throw. Grandma Shirley still watching down in Florida, I'm sure. 1:16 left. Yeah, it'll be fun to see that. The first games are on Monday, so a week from tomorrow. On the 16th. Maya Bell. Holmes. McCullum on the floor. Bell drives, baseline. Ran into a buzzsaw there. That was Henderson. Henderson dribbles out of trouble there. Gets it up to Maddox Locke. Under a minute to play now. Reese Williams fires a three. In and out. Offensive board kept alive there by Henderson. Williams, floater in the lane. Catches iron. Demi Bolton off and running. Crossover. Spins and took one too many steps there. Coach Megan Brown goes, what was that?
She had.
That was a funny reaction. Sorry.
No, you're right. That was 2 or 3 really nice moves, but then it's just going a little bit too quickly. It made a nice crossover, then made the spin move, and then ended up traveling there. That'll happen from time to time. But, I mean, you see all those sophomores coming out, getting hugs from Coach Brown. Heck of a season for the Jets because finishing third in the East, you would kind of have projected them at the end of the regular season. They might make it to the semifinal. They might make it to Mott. They're not having as good of a season as they did in the past years, being dominant in the East. That was not the case. They came out here and ran the table once again. They made it back to the championship game for a chance at the national tournament, and they fill up short against what is considered to be one of the best teams in the country in Lansing.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah, I know Coach Brown well. I always enjoy my pregame chats with her. Very classy coach, classy organization, and I have no doubt that they will respond and retool, and wouldn't be surprised to see them punching their ticket next year. That's just that fuel you need.
Yep.
But final 5 seconds coming up here, 94-60. Definitely congratulations to the Stars for getting it done. They came up short last year. Their season ended in that championship game against Schoolcraft, and this year they're going to Hickory, North Carolina. 94-60 is the win. And congratulations as well to the Coach Brown and her team. They battled. They did about everything they could, but just too much. Too much Stars. They are a powerhouse. So appreciate all you tuning in for this one. Great job, Tom Cavanaugh, as always.
Likewise.
We'll step away here in just a moment. We will let Dante Dorsey take over. They're going to announce those all-tournament teams. So any final thoughts, Tom?
No, I'm really obviously proud of these Lansing Stars for righting the ship from last year when they lost to Schoolcraft in this same round. So they're headed to the national tournament once again, head coach Megan Hunson and company. But these Jets, they'll be back and better for it next year. Wasn't the result that they wanted, but they battled and really impressed down the stretch, beating Macomb in the quarterfinal, dominating Cuyahoga in the semi, and then running into a buzzsaw. So, like I said, probably at about the second quarter, we could see these two teams back rematching in this same championship district round next year. And I'm really looking forward to see what these Stars do at the national level. And it was going to be really tough for anybody to beat them.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They did their job. They punched in. They took care of business. And they're heading out to the national championship bracket. So, all right, well, we'll cut ourselves loose. You guys can tune in with Dante Dorsey and we'll be back here in just probably about 25, 30 minutes or so for the final game in this tournament, District B Championship. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Congratulations to the Stars, and we'll see you soon.
We ask that you direct your attention to the court as tournament directors from Mount Community College present the awards. Before we honor our champion and runner-up, let's meet the 2026 Great Lakes District A All-Tournament team. From Jackson, Amaria Daniel. Also from Jackson, number 12, Reese Williams. From Lansing, we have Ashlyn Butler. Also from Lansing, Destiny Oates. From Lansing as well, Claire Tobias. And your 2026 Tournament MVP from Lansing, Armani Smith. And now, for our runner-up, please give a round of applause to this year's Jackson College Jazz. And to accept the team's medal and the Great Lakes District A runner-up trophy, head coach Heather Brown. Congratulations, Jets, on a fantastic 2026 season. We appreciate your effort. And now, your 2026 Great Lakes District A champions, the Lansing Community College Stars. As we call your name, please come forward to receive your medal. 0, Destiny Oates. Number 1, Maya Bell. 2, Demi Bolton. Number 3, Bailey Myring. Number 4, Ivana McCollum. 5, Claire Tobias. Number 10, Jocelyn Cotowicz. Number 12, Armani Smith. 15, Sophie Klinger. 22, Allison Farr. Number 23, Presley Pasika. 25, Tiariana Holmes. 32, Georgia Kyer. Number 33, Ashlyn Butman. 42, Aubriana Smith. And number 35, Anaya Sims. And the Great Lakes District A Coach of the Year goes to Megan Hudson. Hey Stars, come get your trophy. You're the District A championship tournament. Thank you for attending. We wish our champion, Lansing, the best of luck in our national tournament. And now we'll have a brief net cutting ceremony to celebrate your championship. Congratulations, Lansing Stars.